13 years old with a fake ID in the strip club, trying to make money to put on the water and put food in the refrigerator at 13. So many people don't know I come from some very humble beginnings.
Yeah.
My mom was on government assistance. I ended up getting on Section 8. I used to shoplift for a living. I used to steal food, meat,
Mhm.
chicken, steak. That's how much, I had to figure things out at 13. I've always been a go-getter. I was in foster care at the age of 9. Mom went to prison when she was trying to traffic drugs to Jamaica. They caught her. And so I had to figure it out. It was either, do or die. So I developed a strong level of resilience at 13 because I didn't have a choice. Really at 9 because I was in foster care. A lot of people see me now and they see the glory, but they have no idea. I still fight to this day. Success is not guaranteed.
It's in the building, the legendary, the beautiful, the amazing, the enlightening. I mean, the one and only Stormy Wellington, aka Coach Stormy's in the building.
AKA Dr. Stormy, don't forget that.
Oh, excuse me, put some respect on that. Women's History Month, hello.
Yes, so let's go. Shouts out to all the ladies. I love women. We are so powerful, man. I tell you. Thank you for
Tell me
having me.
about it. Well, listen, you inspire women pretty much, is what you do. I mean, you inspire me too because we were just talking off air and I used to get up in the mornings. I don't know, you had a name for it, but
Wake up and win.
wake up and win. Thank you very much. I
Yes,
used to get up in the morning and watch you live.
yes.
And although, your focus is motivating women, it inspires us men too.
I want to motivate humanity, but as
Mhm.
a woman, I naturally gravitate to other women. And I was,
Yes.
raised by a single mom, so I have a special love. And I was a single mom, still am, not
Right.
married yet. So I think women are so powerful, especially when they're cultivating and they remember who they are. We're so amazing.
Listen, I want to go back, Stormy, when it comes to you, and let's go back from like where it all began. You know what I mean? Like you've created such an amazing brand, but I think people need to understand the journey. You didn't snap your finger, you didn't wasn't Instagram famous. It started somewhere a while ago. Can we go through that story, please?
Yeah, it started right here in Miami at Club Rolex. I was 13 years old with a fake ID in the strip club, trying to make money to put on the water and put food in the refrigerator at 13.
Mm,
So many people don't know I come from some very humble beginnings.
yeah.
My mom was on government assistance, food stamps, Medicaid. I ended up getting on Section 8. I used to shoplift for a living. I used to steal food, meat,
Mm,
chicken, steak, blood would be in the bottom of my pocketbooks. That's how much, I had to figure things out at 13 years old.
wow.
So I always been a go-getter. I was in foster care at the age of 9. So I kind of was left alone for several different periods of my life. My mom went to prison when she was trying to traffic drugs to Jamaica. They caught her. She got stuck over there. And so I had to figure it out. It was either, do or die for real.
Yeah.
So I developed a strong level of resilience, at 13 because I didn't have a choice. Really at 9 because I was in foster care. So a lot of people see me now and they see the glory, but they have no idea. Like I still fight to this day. Success is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things I was telling you is to have, success over and over and over again. You could do it one time, but how hard is it to repeat successful actions? So I've learned to just really live in a life system. My life is a system. I run myself like a machine. I have structure, I have order. I believe that proper planning prevents a piss poor performance. I believe that you become like the people you hang around. I believe that you got to watch the story you tell yourself. So I monitor myself like 24/7.
Wow.
And I come from a family of women that was depressed. My mom was severely depressed. She was on antidepressants. My sister, the same thing. So I have to be mindful to mind my mind or I could get in trouble. And I would never go back to the woman I used to be. So I always look forward and currently work on the woman that I meet to help them not to be who I was.
So that's crazy how your survival has turned you into this person.
Yeah, I had no choice. A lot of us, we become victims to our circumstances,
Right.
but me, I became a victor because of my circumstances. Yeah.
Wow. If I overcame all of this at such a young age and had to deal with that fast life, and I'm able to now, figure things out, like I want this for other women, I want this for other people.
Yeah, I sympathize with a lot of people in general, but of course women, because a lot of us don't know how to expose ourselves to a greater life.
Mm,
We are a product of our environment. Who we hang around is who and what we become.
right.
And we don't know that we could become someone different. We don't realize that man is maker of himself. Man is made and unmade by his daily choices, actions, decisions. And so we don't know how it really is not hard to change yourself. It just takes a lot of discipline. The hardest part is being disciplined enough to say, okay, this is who I am today, but I'm going to do all the things so that in 30 days my life could change. Your life can change in 30 days, but it's about you being willing to take on the challenge that changes you and to get around the people that can change you. And a lot of us are afraid of change because change comes with responsibilities, it comes with discipline, it comes
Yep.
with things you can't do, and it's not easy to be disciplined. But that's why I believe in coaches and mentors and community and proximity, because if you hang around people that ain't doing nothing, you're gonna not do anything either.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you gotta mind your community and mind the environments and the people you speak to the most, you become like.
That is so inspiring. That's so amazing. What was that pivotal moment though from, the struggling and from the young age where it was like, wow, I'm on to something. Can you go back to that time where that light switch went on and you were like, this is gonna change the trajectory of my
Oh
life.
man, the first thing that cut in your mind, you supposed to say it, right? But
Right?
that's the truth. So I used to date an athlete, and he used to look out for me. He did things for me, and I never forget the day he took my car and was like, "Get out of my house."
Wow.
And I was like, "Wait a minute, this is his car. This is his house." And a lot of women, a lot of us, we deal with that. And I remember saying to myself, "This is going to be the last person to ever put me out or take something from me." And so, I'm born in New York, but I'm from Miami
What part of New
and
York?
Bronx.
Oh, that's what's up,
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
Okay, all right, New York. I was
Right.
born there, but I wasn't raised there. I was raised here in Miami, so I
Right.
resonate with Miami. But here's the truth. I realized that when I was here in Miami, I saw a lot of Latinos successful. I didn't see a lot of Black people succeeding legally. I saw
Right.
drugs, scheming, scamming, stripping, robbing. So when I moved to Atlanta and I saw Black people thriving, I said, wait a minute, if they could do it, I could do it too. But now I had to understand how to renew my mind. I had to change my mindset. So I was so conditioned from the streets, I had to recondition my condition. So when
Mm.
I moved to Atlanta with $135 worth of quarters, dimes, and nickels to my name. And the truth is, broke people look for work when rich people network. So I started networking and I changed my energy. A lot of people walk around with an attitude, always mad, a chip on their shoulders, and that scares people away. So when I first got to Atlanta, I changed my energy, changed my environment, changed the things I thought, changed the books I read, changed the music and things I listened to. And literally, I watched my life change in 1 year. But it was because I stepped out on faith and I got around new people that changed my mindset to thinking different. I thought that the only way to get around, the struggle was to scheme, scam, steal, rob, lie, manipulate, play games. And then I realized that's all temporary. Anything you get that's not gotten in integrity won't last.
Yeah.
So now I don't play no games. I don't want a piece of bubble gum if you gave it to me for free. I want to earn everything, I want to deserve everything, I want to work for everything, and I want it to be rightfully mine. So therefore it can't be taken away from me.
What was the first business that really catapulted you and got you into some like real money legally?
Direct sales and network marketing. That industry that many people think is a scheme, a scam, a pyramid. I want to encourage you all, if you're watching this, go do your research on what direct sales is, what multi-level marketing is, what influencer marketing is, what leadership is all about. My first business that made me who I am today was through network marketing. But if you understand sales, selling through a network marketing business model is a salesman dream, because not only do you get to generate revenue from your own sales, you get to generate revenue from the sales of the team. So I've
Right.
been building teams. When I was in strip club, I was building teams, but
Right.
the legal teams, the teams at work, I've been building teams for almost 19 years.
Was that product, the waist trainer, or was it?
Yes, you
Okay, I
remember
think
me
I
from
rem yeah, I
there?
remember I
Oh my
think I
gosh.
remember
So
that.
that was the
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
product I brought to
Yeah.
Miami.
But that you
And
got a name from that,
I
like, I
did.
remember. That was
Dang, you remember
huge.
that?
Yes, I do.
Gio Tracy
Yeah.
used to bring me on the station. I
Yeah.
can't believe
Yeah.
did you get the man shirt from back in the days?
No, I didn't. I
That is
didn't. I
so crazy,
didn't.
but
But they
that
had it was like
is.
a tank top and
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. You had to cut yourself up out of it. You remember me from that long
I
ago?
do.
I
I
was like
do.
29. I'm 46 now.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
direct sales network marketing, it changed my life. And I think anyone that want to be an entrepreneur but don't know how to start, one route is through network marketing.
Is it still as a thing now with
Yeah.
the internet and
Yeah, it
it's
is.
still
It is.
okay.
I mean, you got people that's, thriving and you got people that's not thriving. But
Right.
what has happened, the change in the industry is now you got Uber Eats, you got DoorDash, you got
Mhm.
Uber. So people are, making additional income with those different, verticals. But there was a time where it was all network marketing. But
Yeah.
network marketing is still on the rise. We still have 50 million people join the industry every year, 50 million leave, 50 million start. It's been around for over 150
Yeah, it
years,
has.
and it's created more millionaires than any other
I
industry.
remember back in the days, like when I was a kid, I remember with the Hoover vacuums and like
Knocking on the door, the
yeah,
Tupperware.
yeah, yeah. All of that
Yeah,
stuff
it's
was
been
kind of
around for
related
a
to
long
that.
time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
But you've spun off from that and created like this empire, which
Mhm,
I want to get into
mhm.
now, and of course get into the awakening. But then came Coach Stormy, right? Let's talk about that era where like the success that you were having with it almost seemed like everything you was touching turned to gold.
Mhm, mhm.
And then now that gravitated people towards you. Like, how is this woman able to just be so successful in everything that she puts her mind to?
So Imma make it so easy.
All right.
Find someone that's succeeding, and don't be afraid to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat.
Mm,
Become so disciplined at copying someone else's success. Don't try to be them. Don't compete with them, but learn from them. So, got in the game of network marketing almost 18, 19 years ago. And when you become successful at something, the Bible says what? To be fruitful and to multiply. So when you become successful at something, other people want to know, what did you do? So the name Coach Stormy really wasn't even intentional. I honestly was trying to start my Instagram page. And my daughter, she's 26 years old now. This was literally 13 years ago. She went to get Stormy Wellington and it wasn't available. And
mm,
my daughter goes, Mom, why don't you make your name Coach Stormy? And I'm like, oh, that's a cool name. So I ended up growing into the name because of my success.
wow.
So when you win at something, people want to know, what did you do? And then now you get to coach other people to do exactly what you did. And so throughout the last almost 19 years through network marketing, direct sales, I coach people. But when you are a successful business person,
Yeah.
it's also spiritual. Success is very
Yeah.
spiritual. So I have a community called Girl Hold My Hand, where
Mm,
we teach you how to know yourself, how to love yourself, how to embrace yourself in order to connect, collaborate, and celebrate with other people. So the community came from, again, the success, again, people wanting proximity. And one of my number one questions people ask me all the time is like, why do you always seem so high vibrational? No pun intended. Okay.
right.
No low vibration. Why do you always seem so high vibrational? And it's because I truly live a very disciplined, principle oriented life. I
Yeah.
really do. I know people think I'm all about the money. No, I'm all about the principles. And if you practice the principles, you get to participate in the promise. So my community is designed for me to help women to stay elevated. Don't let anything get you so down that you ask God, why me, instead of saying, okay, God, what are you building in me? So my community is a gentle reminder. We meet 6 days a week. We have the Awakening coming up
Mhm.
here in Miami. Excited, so excited. The Awakening is my most prized event that I do every year.
Wow. Let's talk about the awakening.
So I used to have severe depression. I've been depressed very bad to the point where I wanted to commit suicide. I've been in a place where I just didn't know what I was going to do. I've been in very dark places several different times in my life. And the time that I almost took myself out the game was when I lost my mom. My mom
Mm,
passed away August 26th of 2011. The day I thought she was coming home was the day she died, holding my hand. And I thought I was strong. I thought nothing could break the big storm. Big
mm,
storm can handle anything. But when my mom died, and even to this day, I could still see her eyes, rolling in the back of her head. When I lost my mom, I lost my way, I lost my mind, and nothing was working. The prayer, the meditation, the fasting, the affirmations, the workouts, nothing was working. And so I decided to put myself under total immersion. I said, okay, I got to get out of this depression. I was depressed for 3.5 years. Got married, was fat, was overweight, was broke, had was
yeah.
no friends and no family left. Like, people left me. And so I rehabilitated myself. I went to Tony Robbins' community. I became a member, and I started to do things to remember and to recreate the new Stormy. After that level of death, you are not the same. I don't care what you do. And so all the things that I did to rehabilitate Stormy, to rewrite my story, to reinvent myself, I put it in a manual. And for 2 days, women come from all over the world. I have women who have $200-300 million organizations. That I got a woman start her company for $800 million. She's one of my guests coming
Mm,
to the Awakening. So women that are broke come to the Awakening. Women that are successful come to the Awakening. Every year, at least 19 women come suicidal, but they leave clear. They leave with a new complexion. You could come to the Awakening and you're dark skinned and you leave light skinned. Like, seriously, when you feel good within your body, your blood pressure changes, your blood flow changes, and the anatomy of your face changes. So my awakening really wakes people up. And the awakening means this: the art of suddenly becoming aware of something. Imagine not knowing what holds you back and finding out for yourself
Mm,
what has been holding you back. Now you have no more excuses to be held back. So there's nothing that gets in their way after the awakening.
wow.
Nothing.
This is exciting. On that note, could you please tell everyone how they could register and be a part of this?
So the physical event is happening in Aventura. We're actually sold out in the room, but we have a virtual audience. It's theawakeningintensive.com, THE awakeningintensive.com. And listen to me, if you feel stuck, if you feel uncertain, confused, and you could be smiling, you could look real pretty on the outside, but still be dealing on the inside. 9 times out of 10, it is the story that you're telling yourself. And at the awakening, whether you come in the room, 90% of my audience starts off virtually, but then something happens and they gotta stay connected and they join a community and they come to the in the room awakening. So if you know something has been holding you back and you sick and tired of making excuses for yourself, the Awakening Intensive will absolutely change your life. Every year I look forward to this event because I become someone different myself. I don't only facilitate the event, but I participate in the event. And so a lot of times if y'all know me and y'all see me always different, it's because I renew my mind. Not only every day, but every year I give myself a deep renewal, total immersion.
I love it. Coach Stormy Wellington, thank you so much for dropping so many amazing gems for your fans and the audience out there, man. We really appreciate you, the inspiration that you are to so many
Thank
young
you.
women, and just sharing your story to inspire others is really priceless. I know it's Women's History Month, and you are women's history. You
Thank
know what I
you.
mean?
Thank you. And remember, women, let your story be history.
I'm with that.
We gotta help the men too, ladies. Don't forget to hit the
For real.
help the men.
Don't
The
leave us
men.
out.
Don't leave them. It's Women's Month, but help the man because the man have a lot to do with how we act every day too.
Yeah, yeah, for
So I'm
sure.
grateful. Thank you for being here for so
No,
long.
listen, listen, I'm happy. I'm
People
happy
don't last this long.
I'm happy we had this opportunity. This was a long time coming because I've always been a fan of your work. And just like I said, I used to tune in and as a man and watch,
You a
you know what
sneaking
I
watcher.
mean?
But no, I have a message for men and women. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
are a mixture of feminine and masculine energy. So both of me come out. So I could resonate with the men too.
That's what's up. Plus, you live in Miramar, so I'm gonna be taking care of you real soon
Okay,
too.
thank you. I
You know
can't
what I
wait. Yeah,
mean?
you got it because you got to win next time.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Thank you
on
for
it.
having me.
All
Thank you.
right, Coach Stormy Wellington, please, The Awakening. It's sold out, but there's room to be a part of it virtually. Many people start that way and then they grow into the room. This is one experience you don't want to miss. Just give them the information real quick again, how they could connect.
Yes. You can follow me at Instagram at Coach Stormy with a Y, but theawakeningintensive.com.
All right, there you go.